We have three different so-called ego states. The parent ego state, the adult, and the child ego state, and this is always shown in these three circles. Maybe you have heard of parent, adult, child model. Some people have, but as one person already mentioned, it has been taught in university in the 70s, 80s. It became relevant in different areas where it's about interaction of people.
Hi there, Adrian here, and this is a video from a Zoom session that we do. We do these Zoom sessions every Sunday and we take questions and answers from the audience, some of our students, some of our members. We never know what questions are coming up, so I'm always excited to do these sessions and I hope to see you at one of them. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below and check out the other playlists that we have. Thank you, enjoy.
And I would like you now to interact with me by a very simple question. I would like you to ask me the question, what time is it? Why don't we start with Darko? Darko, would you be willing to ask me what time is it?
What is the time now?
What, Darko? You don't have your time on you? Oh my God, you always forget everything. It's unbelievable. You're such a disaster. All right, Darko, I hope you weren't shocked, but so how do you feel now? If you could choose between parent, adult, child, I don't want you to tell me what I am, but how do you feel? Do you feel like a parent, like an adult, or like a child now?
Like a child. I feel like a child.
Yes, you feel like a child because I was behaving like a parent. And I was going into the so-called controlling parent ego state. And the controlling parent ego state is about going into criticizing, evaluating, looking down on people, being arrogant, domineering, intimidating, and power over others. And everything basically that is about, I'm okay, you are not okay, I'm right, you're wrong. And having this feeling of feeling superior about the other person. So this is the extreme of the controlling parent ego state. Now there's also a positive side of the controlling parent ego state. And that's when you come from, I'm okay, you're okay. And that's possible as well there. That's when you show assertiveness, when you say, this is really important to me. Yeah. Or when you show leadership, say, hey guys, let's go this direction. Or when you are when you look at things and you have critical thinking, you're like, oh, I think this should be more like that. And so critical thinking can be also without other people are not okay. So you can do this from I'm okay, you're okay. Structuring, having this mindset of, okay, this belongs here, this belongs there, structuring things. This is also the I'm okay, you're okay side of controlling parent ego state. Leadership in general takes place a lot in the controlling parent ego state. The sad part is that many people go too far and some managers are always up here in these I'm okay, you're not okay. And it could happen, by the way, that a client is also there. When you coach executives, many of them have a lot of this I'm okay, you're not okay in their body language, in their attitude, in their way of thinking and looking onto their coach, challenging them. And if you're not aware of that and you don't know how to respond in the right way, then it can bring you into a situation where afterwards coaching is not effective anymore. So it's important to be able to detect that ego state in others. All right, so that was the controlling parent ego state. Then let's go for Annabella. Would you be willing to ask me what time is it?
Oh yes, what time is it now, Tilman?
It's 7 to 7 now. So how do you feel, Annabella? Parent, adult, child?
I feel like an adult because
Yes.
I feel like you treat me as an adult.
Exactly. Because you were, like Darko and Jay, you were all coming from adult ego state, asking me a simple question, you want an information. And the adult ego state is actually just about information exchange, task orientation, being neutral, objective, having this data, facts, and figures attitude, rather unemotional, logical, like a computer. And in many situations, that is okay to have. So it's always, I'm okay, you're okay. It's not intimidating. It's not overly caring, but it can also be a little bit distant, cold, boring, and uninspiring if it's too much. And if you have someone who is all the time in this ego state, that's really boring and uninspiring. Some of you may have had a boss like that. Especially you find these kind of people in the engineering, finance field where people are not so relationship oriented and more focused on numbers and figures and data. And that is because they don't like to be so emotional. And then they focus on what they're good at, where they feel comfortable and where it's safer for them. And this functional adult ego state is helpful, especially at work in many situations, but it is not the solution for everything. So, and I call this the functional adult ego state, not the adult ego state in general, because the adult ego state, you could say it is, there's the so-called integrated adult ego state that has all ego states integrated, but only the good ones. The I'm okay, you're okay. All right. Then let's go for William. William, would you be willing to ask me the question?
Oh, what time is it, please? I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I normally always have my watch on me. Today I forgot. And I'm so sorry I can't tell you the time. It's so embarrassing. Okay, so how do you feel like now? Parent, adult, child?
I feel as I want to father you and get it right for you, you know?
Yeah. So you want to go into the nurturing parent ego state now. You want to take care of me because you feel pity for me.
Yes, I would feel, yeah.
Yeah, so that's because I was going into the adapted child ego state. And the adapted child ego state is this place of I'm not okay, you're okay. So I make myself small, weak, and unworthy. I feel that I don't know enough. I'm embarrassed. I'm not confident. Maybe I'm overly humble, overly polite, overly apologetic. Yeah. So I'm sorry. It's like that. Yeah. This kind of I'm not okay feeling. And then there is, of course, also the I'm okay, you're okay from the adapted child ego state. And that is whenever you are willing to play by the rules, when you're complying, when you are, let's say, willing to give in, when you also show vulnerability. Yeah, so showing weakness, but from I'm okay, you're okay. You don't have to go that down and say I'm a disaster. No, you can say I really sometimes also feel anxiety. Yeah. So all this is also part of the adapted child ego state. So it's important to have that and to be able to express that, but it's always about how much of it. And if you go too much down, that is the place where, as a coach, you should never go. If you go below the I'm okay, you're okay. So if you go into I'm not okay, it's very difficult to actually still lead the coaching process. And especially when someone from controlling parent ego state, your client is in controlling parent ego state, he can easily or she can easily trigger you in this adapted child ego state. And then it's becoming difficult to still have the authority in the coaching for the process.
Boom! You made it here! Good on you. Make sure you click the subscribe button below and check out the playlist at the end. If you'd like to come along to our Sunday sessions where we host a live, free Q&A for our students and members, you're welcome. I'll see you there.